Once upon a time, there was a young man named Kimana. He loved the Sky Maiden, who lived far above the clouds with her parents, the Sun Chief and the Moon Lady. And every day Kimana gazed up at the sky, sighing her name. One day he thought, I must tell her that I love her. Maybe she loves me too. So he wrote a letter and asked, Will you marry me? Then he went to Rabbit. Will you take this letter to the Sky Maiden? Rabbit looked at the letter and said, No, I cannot go to heaven. So Kimana went away and found Antelope. Will you take this letter to the Sky Maiden? Antelope looked at the letter and said, No, I cannot go to heaven. Kimana went away again and met Hawk. Will you take this letter to the Sky Maiden? Hawk said, I can go halfway, but I cannot go to heaven. Kimana felt bad. Maybe no one can help me, he thought. My letter will never get to the Sky Maiden. And when he turned around to go home, he met Frog. Hello, Kimana. Oh, hello, Frog. Do you know how to get to heaven? Well, yeah, actually, I live there. Really? Well, then, would you take this letter to the Sky Maiden? You want me to take your letter to heaven? Ha, ha, ha. That's really funny. Do you think I'm stupid? But Frog, please. All right. Don't get angry. I will take your letter, but only if I try. Thank you, Frog. Oh, thank you so much. So Frog hopped along the path to the mountains, where he knew he would meet some friends, Spider and Snake. Hello, Spider. Hello, Snake. How are you two? Oh, fine. We're just sitting here all day doing nothing. Well, that won't do. I need your help. What do you need our help for? Well, I need to get up to heaven. Can you help me? Well, I guess so. Spider spun a web up to the sky. Here, climb aboard, Snake. Thanks. And Frog rode up the web until he reached the sky, where houses of the gods stood like mushrooms. Then he hopped off the web. Thanks, Spider. Thanks, Snake. See you later. Okay. Now, right beside the house of the gods, there was a well, and beside the well lived the girls who served the Sun Chief. Every day the girls climbed down from heaven on Spider's web. Then they filled their water jugs and went home. So Frog sat on the edge of the well and waited. Soon he heard singing. Good day to you, my sister. Good day to you. Down came the girls from heaven, carrying their jugs. Frog waited until they had passed. Then he quickly put the letter in his mouth and jumped into one of the jugs. The girls did not see him. Then they climbed up the web and went into the house of the gods. Frog was alone. He jumped out of the jug and spit the letter out on a nearby bench. Then he hid in a corner. Now, soon the Sun Chief came in for a drink of water. He picked up the letter and opened it. It said, I, Kimana, a man of earth, wish to marry the Sky Maiden, your daughter. The Sun Chief was surprised. How can a man of earth even dream of marrying my daughter? He went to his wife, the Moon Lady, and read it to her. What should we do? The Moon Lady said, Don't ask me. Ask your daughter. So the Sun Chief went to his daughter, the Sky Maiden, and read her the letter. Well, I guess he's a nice guy. Let's see if he can bring a wedding gift. So the Sun Chief wrote a letter and placed it on the bench beside the Frog. Then he went away. Frog came out and put the letter in his mouth and climbed into an empty jug. Then he hid. The next day, the girls came to the well. Good day to you, my sister. Good day to you. They pulled their jugs up out of the well and laid them down inside the house. Frog got into one of the jugs and hid. The girls left to fetch more water, and Frog waited until they were gone. Then he jumped out of the jug and spit the letter out on a nearby bench. Then he hid in a corner. The Sun Chief came in to get a drink of water. He picked up the letter and opened it. It said, You may marry my daughter if you bring a purse of money. The Sun Chief laughed. A purse of money, this is easy. And he gave Frog a purse of money. Take this, little frog. Hop along and bring it to my daughter. She will know what to do with it. Frog took hold of the purse with his mouth and hopped over to the well. He climbed in and waited. The girls came to fill their jugs. "Good day to you, my sister." "Good day to you." Frog got into one of the jugs, and the girls climbed up the web. When they were gone, he jumped out and ran to the bench. He spit the purse of money onto the floor. Then he hid in a corner. The Sun Chief entered to get a drink of water. He picked up the purse and said, "What is this here? Surely this is not a wedding gift." He went to his daughters and said, "Look what I have here. Is this your suitor's wedding gift? What a joke!" The girls laughed. "No, father, we don't know anything about this. You should ask the Sky Maiden." The Sun Chief went to his daughter. "Well, I brought a purse of money. What else do you want?" The Sky Maiden said, "Let him come and fetch me." So the Sun Chief wrote another letter and left it on the bench. Frog found the letter and put it in his mouth. He climbed into an empty jug. The next day, the girls came to get water. "Good day to you, my sister." "Good day to you." Frog got into a jug and hid. The girls climbed up the web to the house. When they were gone, he jumped out and ran to the bench. He spit the letter out and hid in a corner. The Sun Chief came in for a drink of water, picked up the letter and said, "It seems this man is serious. Come on, I will go with you to get my daughter." So the Sun Chief, with Frog following behind, went down the web and down the well. Frog jumped into a jug. The girls returned to the well. "Good day to you, my sister. Good day to you." They pulled their jugs up out of the well and went into the house. Frog waited until they were gone and jumped out of the jug. He looked at the letter and ripped it up. Then he hopped after the girls. "Hey, hey, wait for me!" The girls stopped and turned around. "What do you want?" "Where are you going?" "We are going to the house of the Sun Chief to get water." "Well, let me come with you." "Okay." When they arrived at the house of the Sun Chief, Frog said, "I will lead you to the Sky Maiden." "Oh, okay, thank you." So the girls put their jugs down and followed Frog. Soon, they reached the well. "Good day to you, my sister. Good day to you." The girls filled their jugs and followed the frog. "Hey, hey, wait for me." They all climbed up the web. And when they reached the house of the gods, Frog said, "The Sky Maiden lives in the biggest house of them all. Knock on the door and she will open." The girls knocked, and the Sky Maiden opened. "Come in, come in." The girls went in and greeted the Sky Maiden. Then they left. The Sky Maiden looked at the frog and said, "Why did you send them away?" "I wanted to speak with them." "Because you wanted to marry this man of earth, but you didn't want to go yourself. So I am taking you." The Sky Maiden laughed. "Can a frog take the Sky Maiden to a man of earth?" "I took a letter to heaven. I brought a purse of money. I fetched a bride. Whatever it was, I could do it, but only since I tried." "Well then, it is you I will marry." So Frog and the Sky Maiden hopped down the web. They jumped out of the well and walked away together. And Kimana is still waiting for his bride.